Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in today's video we will understand how to save Google Forms responses as PDF and auto send via Gmail. So here let's assume that I have created an offer form using Google Forms for my bakery. So my objective is that whenever any customer is going to submit that form, then by using the submission details, I wish to create a PDF and send that PDF via Gmail. So now to do this, I need to set up a connection between these applications, for which I'm going to use this amazing automation software that is Pabbly Connect. So if you want to learn more about this process, make sure to follow me through the screen. In this video, we will understand how to save Google Forms responses as PDF and auto send via Gmail. So here let's say that I have created an offer form using Google Forms for my bakery. So my objective is that whenever any customer is going to submit this form, then I want to send an email to that customer with a PDF that consists of a special discount. So I'm going to automate this entire process with the help of Pabbly Connect, and this here is the landing page. So to reach here, you just have to type in pabbly.com/connect in your browser. So over here, you can see that I have got two options. One is of sign in and the other one is of sign up for free. So if you are an existing user, you can simply sign in. But if you're a new user, you can click on the sign up for free button, and every month you will get 100 tasks for free. So as an existing user, I'm going to sign in. Now this here is the All Applications page by Pabbly. So here I will go to Pabbly Connect and click on Access Now to reach my dashboard. In the meanwhile, subscribe to our channel. So this here is my dashboard, and now in order to create a new workflow, I will go to my right hand side corner and click on this Create Workflow button. So now in this dialog box appearing, I'm going to give my workflow a name. So here I've named it as Save Google Forms Responses as PDF and Auto Send via Gmail. On my left hand side, you can see that these are the folders which I've created before. So I want to save this workflow in the folder named as Google Forms to Gmail Automation, and now I'm going to click on Create. So as I did that, now I've arrived on a very important window which consists of trigger and action. So basically, trigger and action are the two most important principles or concepts of Pabbly Connect on which this entire automation will depend. Trigger says when this happens, action says do this. Action is an automated response of a trigger application, and in a workflow, you can only have one trigger but multiple action applications. So now moving to my use case, that is to save Google Forms responses as PDF and auto send via Gmail. So now in order to automate this entire process, firstly, I'm going to select my trigger application as Google Forms, because with the help of Google Forms, I'm going to get the form submission. And the trigger event will be new response received. So this trigger will start working whenever a new form will be submitted, and the response of that form submission will be added as a new row in a Google Sheet. So now moving to the action window. So as I've created a template in Google Docs, this is the template which I'm going to send. So over here in Pabbly Connect, I'm going to search for Google Docs as my action application, and here it is. And the action event will be to create document from template. So by using this Google Doc, I'm going to create a document from this template. So now I'm going to add another action window. So as over here, this template which I've created by using Google Docs is not a shareable template. So in order to make it accessible over here, I'm going to search for Google Drive as my action application, and the action event will be to share a file with anyone. So the last step of this automation will be Gmail, because I want to send a PDF via Gmail. So over here in this action window, I'm going to search for Gmail. Here it is. And the action event will be to send email. So here you can see that I have selected my action applications and the action events along with my trigger applications and the trigger event. So as my objective is to save Google Forms responses as PDF and auto send via Gmail. So now to begin with this automation, firstly, I need to establish a connection between Google Forms and Pabbly Connect. So here you can see that a webhook URL is given, and along with that a help desk is given. So read this help desk given below carefully, because this webhook URL is going to act as a bridge to connect your Google Forms with Pabbly Connect. But as I've mentioned that the form responses will be added in a Google Sheet, so this webhook URL will connect that Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect. So this here's the form that I've created for my bakery, and over here you can see that these are the questions which I've asked. So now in order to build a connection, I will go to responses and I'm going to link this Google form with Google Sheets. So now I'm going to click on link to Sheets, and over here I'm going to name it as bakery offer form. So now I'm going to click on create. So over here, this is the Google Sheet that has been created. This here is the name of this Google Sheet, and over here, these are the columns, and it only consists of one sheet that is by the name of Form Responses 1. So here in this Google Sheet, the form submission details will be added. So now in order to build a connection between this Google Sheet and Pabbly Connect, I will go to extensions and I will go to Pabbly Connect Webhooks. So in order to build a connection, you have to make sure that you have installed this Pabbly Connect Webhooks extension. So if you don't have it, you can simply go to Get Add-ons. And over here, you just have to search for Pabbly Connect Webhooks. So here you can see that as I've already installed this extension, so it says installed. You also have to follow the same process to install this extension, because with this extension, you can create the connection between Pabbly Connect and Google Sheets. So now I will go to extensions, I will go to Pabbly Connect Webhooks, and now I will go to initial setup. So here in initial setup, it says the webhook URL will be set up on the below selected sheet, that is Form Responses 1, and it is selected over here. Now moving to the webhook URL and the trigger column. So from Pabbly Connect, I'm going to copy the webhook URL, and here in this webhook URL field, I'm going to paste it, and the trigger column will be the final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to Pabbly Connect. So over here, G is the last column. So G will be my trigger column. I'm going to mention G. So as I've mentioned the webhook URL and the trigger column, I'm going to click on submit. So here you can see that the setup has been configured successfully. So as the setup has been done, but before moving ahead, I will go to extensions, go to Pabbly Connect Webhooks, and here I'm going to click on send on event. So by clicking on send on event, I'm going to make sure that every time I'm going to receive a response through new form submission, then automatically the details of that form submission should be sent to Pabbly Connect. So here I'm going to click on send on event. Once that is done, it is an important step to refresh this Google Sheet. So I'm going to reload it. So as I've done that, now I'm going to do a form submission. So over here, I'm going to mention it as I'm a new customer. I'm going to mention the nearest branch. I'm going to mention the first name as dummy, last name as demo. Here, this is the dummy phone number which I'm mentioning. And I'm going to mention an email address. So over here, I filled in the details, and now I'm going to click on submit. So our form submission has been made, and the details of that form submission is successfully added over here in this Google Sheet. So here you can see all of the details. So that means these details would have been sent to Pabbly Connect as well. So I'm going to take you to Pabbly Connect. And yes, over here just now I have received a response. Here you can see the trigger column, timestamp, spreadsheet name, spreadsheet ID, sheet name, sheet ID, row index. Here you can see the phone number, nearest bakery branch, last name, first name, email, or are you a new customer or existing customer. So here you can see all of the details. So that means the form submission which I've just made is successfully captured over here in Pabbly Connect. So as I've got the form submission details in Pabbly Connect, so this trigger will instantly capture the new incoming data and the workflow execution will start in real time. So the first step of this automation is successfully set up. So as I've mentioned that by using Google Docs, I have created a template. So over here you can see that this here is the template that I've created, and I want to send this template. So over here in Pabbly Connect, in order to move ahead in this automation, I need to establish a connection between Google Docs and Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click on connect, and here to add a new connection, you just have to sign in with your Google account. And you can see that the authorization was successful. So here you can see that Google Docs and Pabbly Connect is successfully connected. So now moving to the template document. So over here, I need to select the template document which I'm going to use. So as the template name is bakery offer template. So over here in Pabbly Connect, from this drop down, I'm going to select my template. And after selecting the template, I need to give the new document a name. So over here, I'm going to give the document name as offer for. And after for, I would like to mention the name of the customer. So here to mention the name of the customer, I'm going to use a method that is called as mapping. So basically mapping means to insert the data from previous steps. So as I've received this response from Google Forms, so that is why over here I've mapped it. So now moving to the new documents location. So here in my Google Drive, I have created this folder by the name of 7th Heaven Bakery folder. So over here in Pabbly Connect, I've selected it. So now moving to these details. So over here in this template, you can see that after hello, I have mentioned a value in curly braces, and even after the use code and the bakery branch as well. So these are the variables. That means these variables will keep on changing accordingly as per I'm going to receive a new response. So after hello, I would like to mention the name. Then after use code, I would like to mention the special discount code which I will be creating. And over here in the bakery branch braces, I would like to mention the branch. So here in Pabbly Connect, I'm going to map the name first. So this here's the name and I have mapped it. So now moving to the code. So I'm going to mention the code as 7th Heaven. And after that, I would like to map the phone number, and I'm going to put a hyphen and I will mention the email address. So this here is the unique code which I have created because phone number and email IDs are unique. So after showing this code, the customer can get the discount offer. So now moving to the branch. So over here from the response received, I'm going to map the branch as well. So over here, this is the branch, that is Saket Nagar. I've mapped it. So as I've mapped the details in these fields, so this method of mapping is important so that every time you're going to receive a new response, so that response could be taken into consideration in these fields. If I would have written this information manually, in that case, this information could have become static, which means that it wouldn't change even if I would have received a new response. So to avoid that problem, we map the information. So as I've mapped the details, I'm going to click on Save and Send Test Request. And here you can see that I have received the response, and this here is a positive response. So here you can see that a document ID has been generated. That means a document would have been created in my Google Docs. So I'm going to take it to my Google Docs. I'm just going to close this template. And over here you can see that a new document has been created by the name of Offers for Dummy Demo. So over here you can see that after hello there is the name of the customer. This is the unique code which I have mentioned, and over here this is the bakery branch. That means from the template a document has been successfully created. So as you can see that this document is private to only me. So to make this document shareable, I will go to Pabbly Connect, and now I will move to my next action step. So over here, my next action step will be to make a connection between Google Drive and make this document accessible. So now I'm going to click on connect. So now moving to the connection part. So as I've already built a connection with my Google account once in this automation, so I'm going to use the existing one, and now I'm going to click on save. So over here you can see that it is connected. So here in my Google Drive, you can see that this here is the document that has been saved. So here you can see that this document is not shareable as I've mentioned before as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just close this document. I will go to Pabbly Connect, and over here in this file ID field, I'm going to turn on this map button. I'm going to remove this, and from the response received from Google Docs, I'm going to map the document ID. So as I've mapped the document ID over here in this field, so now I'm going to click on Save and Send Test Request. So here you can see that I have received a response, and this here is a positive response. So over here you can see that drive permission anyone with link. So over here I have made this document accessible. So as over here I'm going to take it to my Google Drive, and now I'm just going to refresh it. And over here I'm going to open this document. So now over here you can see that this document is accessible by anyone. So anyone with the link can access this document. So as I've made it shareable, moving back to Pabbly Connect. So here in the response received, I have got different type of links. So over here, this here is the link for the PDF. So this here is the document that has been created. But as I've mentioned that I want to save this document as a PDF. So in order to do that, I will go to Pabbly Connect, and over here, I'm going to click on this add action step. So over here in this add action window, I'm going to use Google Drive once again as my action application. Here it is. So now I'm going to upload this document as a PDF in my Google Drive folder. So as I've already built a connection between Google Drive and Pabbly Connect, so I will go with the existing one. So here you can see that Google Drive and Pabbly Connect is successfully connected. So now moving to these fields. So over here, I'm going to map the PDF URL. So over here is the PDF URL. I've mapped it. So now moving to the folder ID. So from Google Drive, I'm going to get the folder ID from the URL. So I'm just going to copy it, and over here, I'm going to paste it. Once this is done, now I need to mention the file name. So here I'm going to give it as offer for, and I'm going to map the name that was dummy demo. Here it is, and I've mapped the name, and now I'm going to end it with the extension of PDF. That will be .pdf. So as I've mapped the details, now I'm going to click on save and send test request. And here you can see that I have received the response, and this here is a positive response, and you can see success over here as well. So now I'm going to take you to my Google Drive. So over here you can see that a PDF has been created of this document. So I'm going to show you the PDF as well. So over here you can see that this here is the PDF. So we have successfully uploaded this PDF in our Google Drive. So now I'm going to share this PDF via Gmail. So over here I will go to Pabbly Connect. I will go to Gmail. So now I'm going to set up a connection between Gmail and Pabbly Connect. And here to add a new connection, I will simply sign in with my Gmail account. And the authorization was successful. So here you can see that Gmail is successfully connected. So over here in the recipient email address, from the response received, I'm going to map the email address. Moving to the sender name, so that will be of Seventh Heaven Bakery. So here I've mentioned the sender name. So now moving to the email subject, that will be exciting offers for. Now again I'm going to map the name. So here is the name dummy demo, and this here is the email subject. So now the email content type will be plain, and here I'm going to frame the email content. So this here is the email content that I've framed. So after hello, I'm going to mention the name. So over here, I'm going to map the first name and the last name. So over here, this is the email content that I've framed, and I'm going to send it. So now moving to the file name. So again, over here, I'm going to mention the file name as offers for. And here after offer for, I'm going to map the name. So now moving to the attachment. So now I'm going to map the attachment, and this here is the attachment given. So as I've mapped the details, now I'm going to click on save and send test request. And here you can see that I have received a response, and this here is a positive response. And here you can see that I have received the response, and this here is a positive response. That means an email has been sent with this attachment. So I'm going to show you the email as well. So over here you can see that this here is the email that has been sent just now. Here after hello you can see the name of the customer, and over here you can see the attachment as well. That means an attachment, that means an email has been successfully sent to my customer with an attachment that is for the discount offers. So this automation was a successful one. That means now whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission through Google Forms, then automatically an email will be sent to that customer with the attachment of the discount offer. So if you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe.
Not just these applications, you can integrate a lot more applications and create amazing automations by using Pabbly Connect. So you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can write us to https://forum.pabbly.com, and for pricing related issues, you can visit this link. So you can create a lot more automations by using Pabbly Connect, and don't forget to share these videos with your friends, colleagues. Subscribe to our channel for more.